It's going down. It's going down. It's your boy Jay Gibson, aka CEO Jules, aka the new face of finance. Get used to it, and you watching a special edition of Hip Hop Bosses, brought to you by BossTalk Nation. We got some of the dopest lyricists to ever step in the booth. They here tonight to talk about their new project that's out, the state of hip hop right now, and let's finally get down to it. Who's the top 5 lyricists of all time? So we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna play the intro, then we're gonna be back with my man Killah Priest. We got Kurupt, Rass, Kass will be in the building. It's the Hrsmn. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building. This is going down. Got my man Killah Priest on deck. Say what's up to the people.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's good with y'all, man? What's good? What's good? Just horsing around, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, that's what's up. Oh, we definitely gonna talk about all the Hrsmn talk. Now, I'm saying, I definitely wanted to thank you know what I'm saying, you and your bros for coming through, man. Because let me tell you something, man. Like y'all dudes really have, made an impact over the years in the game, and definitely with this new project, I feel like you reestablishing this next generation. That's really a resurgence of the lyricism and stuff that's coming back. So let's talk about, while we got you right here, let's talk about your early starts in the game, man. I remember one of your first projects coming out, man, and it was real pivotal because your lyrics are always deeper. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the punchline rap. So let's talk about how you got started and what made you fall in love with hip hop.
What made me fall in love with hip hop was my block, you know what I mean? Brooklyn. Being raised up on my block, everybody had some form of talent. It was Gates Avenue, you know what I'm saying? So it like all my friends just turned to some type of some type of form of hip hop. Either they was dancing, but most of my crew was rapping and DJing.
Right. That's what's up. So you know what I mean? We got my man Kurupt in the building. He coming through, getting set up. But so in the early days, I mean, what was your first mixtape, your first joint that you said Cats on the Block was like, yo, that shit is fire, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to really dig in on this.
I did this joint. I started recording myself at the crib, you know what I mean, with just a tape, just recording myself with a tape deck and going back and forth. And I did a joint called Black is Beautiful. But they didn't, I didn't really get better. I mean, I always thought that I could do other things than what we was regularly doing. You know what I mean? When I started expanding my mind and as soon as I say rap, and all we doing is talking over beats, I took it kind of easy because I got a lot to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the time, but it just came easy to me. But I wanted to stay within the rules. When I figured out that I could break some of the rules or bend up some of them, then I said, okay, now I can let loose a little bit.
Nah, that's what it is. That's what, and we're gonna definitely get into the whole story, man. I just want to introduce my bro. Kurupt is in the building. You got to unmute though. They got you on mute.
Two horses.
All right.
I had him on mute. I heard feedback. I ain't want to be the cause.
Nah, I'm with you, bro. What's up? Welcome to the show, my dude.
I mean, what up, Jay? I'm riding it out. Hrsmn gang.
Hey, man, y'all been killing the streets, man. Y'all is
good. I mean, you see, man, we everywhere,
man. It's fire, man. So we was just chopping it up with Killah Priest, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna talk about the project, man. But I just wanted to start out with your many years in the game and your impact, man. Talk about some of the early days when, you know what I'm saying, how did you first meet Daz and then, form the Dog Pound with Snoop and all of them?
Oh, man, we was, Snoop is Daz's cousin, so Snoopy brought Daz to L.A., you know what I'm saying, to be a part of the squad. He brought me to the table. So me and Daz got our own relationship being at Death Row. And, we kind of took a connection, me and him personally.
Right.
We started everywhere You see Daz, you see Kurupt, vice versa. And we always was with Snoop, so we built off of that, you know what I'm saying? And then we came up with we gonna be the group, the Dog Pound, represent the homies, DPG. So, I mean, it's all love. We had to do it, but that's how it formulated. It all comes from Snoop.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, you got your classics, man. I mean, all of the members of the Horsemen got those classic bars that everybody remembers, man. And I just, what I'm saying, just wanted to let you know, I mean, we're gonna talk about it in a minute when I met you before back in the day, but for right now, what I'm saying, talk about, working on that first, because you had a front row seat to a lot of the early projects before y'all dropped y'all debut album. So,
Right.
Just for the people that, have been fans for years and really want to know the story, like, did you benefit? And same thing with you. I'll run it to you, Killah, after Kurupt. Like, being around greatness and being around those early projects before you were able to put out your first debut, how did that benefit you as an MC?
I mean, that was everything. That was the training. As far as the MC, that didn't benefit me. I benefited that.
Okay.
Right. But through that experience, I learned how to make songs.
Right.
And that's where Snoop and Dr. Dre came to the table.
Right.
Educated me on, the art of making songs. It's different when you just busting on a record than when you make a hit record with subject matter.
Right.
The MC in me came from Philly.
Right.
Being around hip hop in general from the door when it first started. I was in Philly, so we got the base of things, the bulk of it, all my youth till I was 16. Then I went to California. I was already seasoned as an MC.
Right.
But the one thing about Death Row, Snoopy, Dr. Dre, and Suge taught me the business and taught me how to, subject matter and make songs.
Right.
And convert my lyrical talent into making songs rather than just beasting on the mic. Now I'm rapping about something. So yeah, that experience just grew me to be who I am. Then Pop came home.
Right.
Stepped our game up with our studio ethics, how we should be in that studio instead of coming out with 1 or 2 songs a day, with a whole day in the studio. We coming out with now 5 and 6 records a day. Pop knocked him down. He brought that to the table, recording ethics. And he also brought film to the table. I had long talks with Pop about, the film game,
right,
acting in general.
Right.
He was like, really ain't that hard. You ain't got to go to school for this. You just get there and corrupt it. You turn into that character and add a little bit of yourself to it.
Right.
Make that character you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, that's the key to the game. Gave me some stories and examples, and he was right. It was that simple.
Definitely, man. Rest in peace to the legend, Pac. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with you, Killah. I mean, being in that Wu-Tang, atmosphere, being in that ecosystem, man. How did that give you, same thing, just watching, some of the dudes and the older dudes putting it down and getting that, making that mark and breaking through. And then before you putting in your, what were the jewels that's some of the members gave you going into your first project?
Get out. No, man, I was in the studio all day long, man. And I didn't even know, I didn't realize it, man. We was in the studio, it was like, yo, Priest, you need to go out. And that set like a demon on me, because once I started hanging out and I would start going to clubs and stuff, it's like, Priest, you know you got a name, right? I didn't know, because I thought we was just making music, and I know Method Man was out. But I didn't know we was all out, you know what I'm saying? I know Method Man had a song, and you don't see it when you working. When you there and you in it. Then I started to get out, man. Then it turned me into a party animal, and then I had to come back into, getting back to the studio and my work ethics, and then that's all. But I was the one that went with RZA to all the mastering, everybody did. So I learned another part of the game as far as mastering, as far as what it takes to, finish an album and adding skits and shit like that.
Nah, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up, man. So let's get to this album, man. The Last Ride, man. Y'all brothers put it down. I definitely want to say, just it's like a fresh breath of fresh air, man, with the lyricism, because we're gonna talk about that and how it's evolved over the years. And I feel like it's a resurgence of people, the fans that want that real lyricism. And everybody, what they doing now is cool. But I wanted to first share what's going on with the album cover, because even the artwork, is special. And so I wanted to get y'all opinions on that. Just bear with me for 1 second, and boom, we're gonna share this, and we up and running. So let's talk about what went into the thought process. Who came up with the concept. And each one of y'all put y'all input into it.
Well, Gifted Glitch came up with that artwork.
Okay.
And to be honest, our project is so graphic and vivid, visual. We allow people to shine in their own lanes. We shine in our lane. Our lane is the mic and making the music. Glitch, we let him shine in his lane. When you think of Hrsmn, what do you see? And, this is what he came back to us with. I think that's how you get the best out of people that you work with, by letting them be themselves and, them sharing their ideas. You put your ideas with theirs and you critique it from there. And that's what we did with the project. He came to the table with these designs, and me, Priest, Rass, we looked at them. Rass critiqued it with him, brought it back to me and Priest, and it was nothing really to do, huh, Priest? I mean, shit. When they good, they did good. They hit it right. They hit the nail on their head. When I saw it, I said, that's what I'm thinking.
It also came from us all in the studio. We shared ideas, you know what I mean? Like me, Kurupt, Bish was all in the studio earlier. And so we I guess Rass had a good idea of what to do. So it kind of like came off right.
Right,
Exactly.
definitely.
All of it comes from that studio time, because we actually talked about the ideas of our characters as we were making records. You know what I'm saying? We came up with the names, we came up with the idea. I got mine from Sleepy Hollow, the Kabod Crane. I was chasing his ass with that pumpkin. I'm the headless horseman. As soon as we started, I said, I'm the headless horseman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Right from the door. Priest said from the door, man, I kill niggas, man. I'm deaf. That's when we started coming up with them concepts right there. Death and pestilence, famine, and motherfucking war. I think that was Canny, huh, Priest?
Yeah, Canny was war. Yep.
Cannabis came with all that, the biblicalness of it. We was all on that page. So it all came from the studio sharing those ideas. So with Rass brought Gifted Glitch to the table, he already knew what we all were looking for in our characters. And plus we say it in our rhymes.
Yeah. Right. And that, I mean, it's dope, because, and definitely I was going to ask you about that with the Sleepy Hollow joint, because I looked again. It's like one of them joints where when you first look at it, you see it like, oh, that's dope. Then you go back and you start picking up the details. So I was like, yeah, he wilding. He got the he coming with the hand in his hand. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself, you know what I'm saying, is dope, because I wanted to talk about with the CD edition, the gold foil joint, and the fact that y'all carried the cover art. That's really that official vintage touch. You know what I'm saying? Classic hip hop, when we used to get the CDs and cats would really open up the joint and wanted to see what was going on inside with the booklet and all that. And y'all definitely, carried the theme all the way through. So definitely, man, I mean, kudos on that. It was definitely a dope idea. I think you brothers brought it set the mood. It set what the expectation, like, okay, yo, they done tore all the shit up on the earth. Now they on the moon and shit. You know what I'm saying?
On the moon, smoking moon rocks.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, definitely.
Right.
I heard you getting it with the moon rocks. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. You know what I mean? The business side.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The business side. So, let's talk about, like you said, Kurupt, man, that camaraderie in the studio. You feel me? And that authentic respect between each one of y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, Killah, how was it for you? Like getting with the other members and throwing concepts off each other for the songs and all of that.
All right, I'm gonna say this, yo. I said this. I told him before. Kurupt spazzed the hell out on that album. Yo, he went crazy on that album. Yo, Headless. Yo, I think Headless took the album, man. I think he took the album like he went bananas on that album, and it was just a treat to see him get busy like that because I'd never seen him get busy like completely mindless. Yo, he completely went mindless on there. So that inspired me. So I said, oh, okay, I got to be deaf. I got to come and just clean up the mess because this dude is he's slaying everything. Rass do what he do, and Cannabis always do what he do, and it's like the shocker for me, the craziest was Pestilence was Kurupt killed that shit. Yeah, and that gave me the incentive to go in. So it was great rhyming with all them dudes because all those dudes is penmanship and straight killers.
Definitely, man.
That's my vibe, man. Because I bounce off my killers, man. And I mean, when you go in there with Killah and Cannabis and Rass, you know, it just naturally flows. It brought the best out of me from the door. This was my opportunity to go into a lane that I was originally. That's the lane. That's my lane right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about our group. You know, none of our prides are involved. You know, got a great team like that. You know what I'm saying? We listen to each other and we're open to each other's ideas. And that's what makes a great group. You know what I'm saying? And longevity. So like
Make you niggas want to panic.
Oh yeah. Just like bitches, man. They vicious. They fake. So we got to bring that real back, man. It's for the culture. And increase, you know, that really, you know, light a nigga up and shit.
I mean,
great.
Yeah. Like I said, man, y'all all got classics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, right now off this album, I think the streets is talking, man. Morticians is what they seem to be. Everybody is going nuts, man. I listened to it, and what I like is, you know, it was kind of like, all right, let's stop playing. It's like what they say on The Real World. When people stop being nice and start being real. So when you got 4 elite MCs, it's like, all right, now we going, you know what I mean? Let's call a little bit. You feel me?
Yeah, I had a cat stop me yesterday.
Did you see how Priest came?
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you have Priest came in like it was a movie? I think it was the Wrath of the Titans. And this one character in there, it just dropped down on the earth. When he hit down, he just comes up and just starts slicing everything around him. Nigga had 4 arms with the swords and shit. And they was, I think I don't know, 1 head or 2 heads with like 2 different bodies and shit, just connected and shit, going this way, the other one going the other way. That's how Priest came in, or Morticians. After I say what I say, he just came in the vicious precision.
Hey man, that's the soul,
Scimitar.
What? I had chills. I was like, oh my God. I mean, that's what it does, man. You know, you bounce off the other, man. And that was after me. So I was already hype already, just lyrically. And then to hear Priest come in like that, I'm like, see, this is what the game needs. This is what hip hop needs. Still sharpens still. Priest says it all the time. And I agree. I mean, that's it.
Right. And I was gonna my next question was gonna be like, you know, you guys have each done solo albums, you know what I'm saying, and then doing a group album. You know, personally, I always think when you think of groups like the Lox, when you think of different hip hop, you know, you guys, Dog Pound, Wu-Tang, obviously, the strength of the competition, but also just being real as an MC, you get to come up with that one fire verse versus all 3 verses. So talk about, you know, some of the differences of, you know, like you said, you just talked about you guys, you know, still sharp, Starving and Shield. Now, when you go to your solo project, you know what I'm saying? I'll start with Killah Priest and come back to Kurupt. What's your mindset? Because I remember you, bro, when with that basic instructions before leaving Earth. And I was gonna say, I think your impact on this album also was the theme of like in between the skits and the way certain things were set up and stuff. And I could hear some of that same pedigree. You know what I mean? To set the kind of what the topics was going to be, and then y'all guys all blended it perfectly with the track. So, you know, just talk about from your solo career, you know, to working with the group and what's the differences.
You don't have to do so much work because you got 3 others that can handle it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. I mean, it's less work, but it's direct focus, and plus it's surprising to hear the different lyrics that's coming out. It's changing, ever changing. It's never the same. And surprisingly, we end up doing a song about a chick, which was dope on there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
it was all different forms. It was
right,
all different forms, and then all of us, I think, went into different elements, and it taught me something in the studio. Like, like, man, this is crazy because there's so many ideas you can share, you can blend in. So it just showed me the team aspect more, and it
right.
showed me when you with elites, you can thrive, and it's like just hanging with them cats is a blessing right there. So
Nah, definitely, definitely. Now, I wanted to get into a little bit of the state of hip hop because I think this year has really, we all know what's been happening across the globe, but starting the year off with Buster's project, you know what I'm saying, with the extension level event too. You feel me? And then now you guys are coming with that real, because it's not just dope hip hop, but it actually is giving you something to think about as well. So, what do you think about, you got Griselda, you guys are killing it right now. Like I said, Buster put out his project. You had Jay Electronica put out a dope project. J. Cole just dropped a new one. So talk about that resurgence of lyricism back into the forefront. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cats that is more and more of a growing audience that, like, okay, other cats did their thing, other parts of the country that had their time. Now we gonna bring back that real hip hop. So I'll start with Kurupt on that one.
Well, that's the key. That's the whole basis of the Hrsmn, the culture. I think on our project, we got a chance to do something different than we normally do with our regular crews. Which is just rock the mic, unadulterated. We wasn't trying to make a hit record or none of that. We was trying to do what we love best, which is cipher. Get
Right.
in there and just get the busing. Matter of fact, I think the biggest conceptual record on the project, where it was a real subject base, was Love and War with Rass and Priest,
Right.
talking about that girl. Sound like a duck.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
shit.
Dropping on your butt. You know what I'm saying? When I hear that, I'm like, damn, that really stepped the bar up musically for us.
Yeah.
What I mean? On the project, you only need one of those type of record that we made.
Right.
And it made it because those records don't make it on our type of shit.
Right.
Right. But that one made it because it was still lyrical. So it satisfied the lyrical buzz. The beat took it to a different place. It's one of my favorites off of the project. I've always wanted to flip Love is a Battlefield, me personally.
Yeah.
But I've
definitely.
never, you know what I'm saying? They pinned that right there. And I was like, wow, especially with that hook. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hip hop created so many different branches. It's like a family tree. Hip hop is the root.
Right.
And as that tree grew, there's different branches of this. I like this current state of hip hop, me personally, because we rose from just being on the block to now we charting to selling diamond. You know what I'm saying? And that came from all the different walks of life that hip hop created and spawned. So, I really don't get mad at them. I'm glad the youngsters out there doing their thing. When we was young, motherfuckers couldn't understand where we was coming from. They thought we was nuts. Nobody can understand that you're used to something and then something new comes, because, it's hard to accept it. Because your mind ain't that broad to it. You're just used to what you already like. So, we decided to reverse the whole demographic of this thing and rewrite the narrative. Instead of new, we're going to hit them with original.
Right.
And it's the concept I came up with in 2021. And the Hrsmn fits the exact thing. And I kept trying to tell people, old is the new. And the person that comes with that original shit and not worry about satisfying anything besides themselves. Because that's what fans want. They want to hear you. Now, when you try to satisfy that fan, you're out your text. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you start doing shit and it just doesn't it doesn't come across like that because now you're not doing it for the original reason that we do hip hop, man. We do it to bring our creativity to the table and the best of ourselves to the people. You know what I'm saying? The people grasp onto it. They're grasping onto us. You know what I'm saying? When Rass turned, when he finally got to like 5 feet tall, I told Rass, cuz you're getting taller, cuz your rhymes got to step up, and he stepped his rhymes up.
Work in progress.
I ain't say nothing.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Welcome to
I texted him while we were doing the thing. I hit him.
Shot me in the
Where
shot.
Where you at, Ted?
Nah, that's what's up, man. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show.
That's what the Hrsmn do. They just bar you out, nigga.
Hey, man. Hey, that's what we just was talking about. We just was talking about it, man. You know what I'm saying? When y'all getting that booth together, y'all all homies and all that, but it's like, yo, fam, you know what I mean? I'm nice too, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, you good, right? But I'm good too, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Priest be like, show me.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, now you got to improve. You got to come right, though. You got to come right. Like Rass said, man, you lay your verse. You can play with it if you want, because you can't redo your verse.
See, that's inside information. That's inside.
No redoing.
I gotta rewrite my shit. Then get ready for the next beat. You're done. And that's the thing about us. You can hear it in our whoop wops. We took every song, every verse we laid. We laid our best. We didn't wait to hear the other person's. We was writing at the same time.
Right.
But I'll be honest, I look up at Rass and I see Rass smiling. I'm like, ooh, he trying to get it. He trying to get it. I look over at Priest. Priest has no smiles. I said, ooh, man, that's mine is in there. You look at Candy, and Candy just walks around. I said, man, what the fuck are they about to say? So first thing I think, I block everything out. I'm just get on the mic. And once I go for the gusto, when I hear them, I'll be like, I was right, because that's what they own. Right. We can read each other's minds, basically. That's what makes us so, you understand? Just, that's how I am with Daz when it comes to Dog Pound shit. I'm sure that's how Killah is when it comes to RZA and the Wu. They can read each other's minds, man. You can just look at a nigga and be like, oh, I know what he about to do.
Right. Yeah. And that keeps everybody on their A game, man. You better believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to welcome Rass Kass to the program. You know what I'm saying? Big shout to you, man. You definitely did your thing on this project, man. We definitely, man. And I wanted to, now that I have both you and Kurupt here and Killah, you know what I'm saying? But both of you guys is being considered West Coast, you know what I'm saying, legends. You have a cadence. You feel me? Now, Kurupt, we know that you know what I'm saying, started, in Philly. I want to get your inside information on that. We're going to get to that in a minute. But with you, Rass Kass, you know what I'm saying? Both of you bros definitely hit the mic. When I first heard y'all, it was something different. You see what I'm saying? And it's dope lyricists on the West Coast. But at the times, and we talking about early 90s, you feel me? Cube, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Put it down. But y'all was like definitely on some other cadence. You feel what I'm saying? Kind of like where Kendrick is now, and Kass is like, oh, he different. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to start with Rass Kass since he just got in. Let's talk about that, and then I'll swing it back to Kurupt, and then we'll get into more of the album and all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, nobody that knows, nobody's gonna deny hip hop starts in New York, in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a student first. I'm a fan first. And and when I say fan loosely because that kind of implies fanatic, but I am a student of this shit. And I love it. And I love the culture, and so I studied from the greats. But so that includes Ice Cube the same way that includes Tribe Called Quest, The Rakim, or Run DMC. So I would say I'm influenced by hip hop. Yeah, of course. So my flow is hip hop influenced.
Right.
Right. New York. But I remember MC Shadi. I went backwards once I started paying attention to hip hop because that was kind of like I didn't have no brothers. I had sisters, so I was just and my dad was a LAPD officer. So I didn't like what this nigga was talking about. I just wanted to kind of hang out. So the music was kind of white noise to me. Yeah, my brothers, my big homies were my, and trying to learn how to be a boy was
right,
bigger homies. So I didn't like the music didn't really hit me until later. It always existed, but it was a subtext to just me trying to learn culture. And then kicked in. It kind of hit me when I was like 11 or 12, acting like I was 14 or 15.
right.
Crazy. Like really hearing it, like, it was there, but I didn't listen to it. Then I just went backwards and restudied everything. It was just dope. The shit is just but that's why my flow is everybody before me, because I'm a big fan. Redman, Hrsmn.
To be honest, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is just real. Kass was a jewel in the rough because Kass is West Coast.
Right.
He didn't have my Philly experience, none of that right there. He did spend time in New York though, in the East.
Right.
But he's a native California.
Yes, sir.
And his study of hip hop though, I mean, it's unheard of because he got the pure essence of hip hop. He didn't West Coast it out. He didn't all the way East it out. He came up with his own style.
Right.
You can't say it's West Coast. You can't say it's East Coast. It's
right. Right.
And that's very rare because your influence is normally how you sound.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I don't sound like I'm from Philly was my time in California.
Right.
I became Californianized. So when I didn't know that would be special, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that ended up being part of my specialness.
Hey man, let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
You one of my favorites, dog. All four of the members right now. It's crazy because let me tell you something, man. Like and see this way I can get to. We met one time in New York up at Hot 97 because you was with Suge.
Wow.
When Suge came to New York and they was in the booth with Flex and them, and you was in the other room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some yak crossed the hallway. And I just happened to the cat I was with, you know what I'm saying, was my manager. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to DJ Chuck Chill Out. You know what I'm saying? He's the one first signed me, put me in the game.
Chill Out is your manager?
My old manager, yeah, my first manager, yeah.
No, Chuck Chill Out was that shit.
Yeah, man. Back in the day, so I got that real training. You feel what I'm saying? I got signed 2001. So through that whole period, man, I was just a fly on the wall soaking up the game. And we was kicking it, man, because I was telling you, just as a dude, you know what I'm saying, originally from Staten Island, New York, you know what I'm saying, and moved to Jersey, but just that whole respect as an MC. You feel me? Like this dude is different. Same thing with Rass. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is different. Same thing with Killah. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing them joints, like you was in Memphis, Killah, doing a show. This was back in like 99, bro, back in the day, right? And you was like, yo, who want to hear something? What you want to hear, right? And I'm just in the crowd, right? Because one of my homies had to connect at the radio station. You know what I'm saying? I was down on a football scholarship, but I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? And every show, whoever coming to the campus, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to open up. So, and I was just like, yo, Adams to Adams. And you look like damn, they really know my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do the thing. You feel what I'm saying? But you ain't like gonna pick like number 12 off the joint. You know what I mean? So it was dope. It was dope. So I just wanted to tell each of y'all, man, you know, you guys are, a lot of people say, oh, the legends. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is with this new project, do you plan to go overseas with it? And a further secondary question is the love different? Because I know the respect level over there in Europe sometime for the real originators, the real, craftsmen is different. So I wanted to each one of y'all, we can start with Rass because he just got in, and then we'll go to Killah, and then we'll come back to Kurupt.
I love America. My experiences. I love LA. I'm not gonna lie, man. I usually argue with people and say hip hop is alive in Germany, in France, in Poland, Australia, Japan, Canada. I'm a history major, and so really quick, jazz. We turned our back on rock and roll, and you see what it ended up becoming. It became motherfuckers biting hands off bats. We turned black people, the culture, the Puerto Rican, they all just niggas, Spanish speaking, whatever. We turned our back on jazz, and then it became Kenny G. We turned our backs on. We in our lifetime we watched them wash all the black soul groups, the Jackson Fives. Like Beyonce and them was like one of the last of the girls, and fucking Bobby Brown in New Edition. Then it became the pop groups. You understand what I'm saying? New Edition became fucking Backstreet Boys. We losing hip hop here. So yeah,
Right.
when I Europe, like a lot of people, like we go to Europe because they love the culture and they support it, and we letting them wash our culture again here in America, and we turning our back on it, and that breaks my heart. But I got to be a businessman. I literally took what Ice Cube said. He said, I'm pushing rhymes like weight. And I was like, well, fuck, I can't sell dope to people that don't want to buy my dope. I got to buy it. I got dope bars. I got to go where they buy my dope. And it broke my heart. Our job is called rap, and niggas will say you rap too hard. You rap too good.
Right. Yeah, like that's crazy. That's definitely crazy, man. So Killah, definitely this perfect queued up for you. Like you somebody who really brings that intelligent, aspect. It's almost like I was always thinking like back in the day, like imagine the sessions y'all, with the Jizza and the RZA, and y'all sitting back analyzing the galaxy, and then what I'm saying, then y'all going to
playing chess.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? I could just imagine the times, you know what I mean? So talk about, kind of what Razzcast was talking about, man, like the love overseas. I know y'all all been around the globe, and the difference, the appreciation, you feel what I'm saying, for what y'all bring to the table.
Man, get here, man. I can't just diss home, but overseas, they love it, yo. And it's like what Rass says, I'm going where, they love it at. And overseas, Germany, every time we go over there, it's crazy love, man. And they'll hold you down. They'll hold you down, yo. I remember we was in Scotland. Cat came up with the braids and a big beard. He's ready to do. He's like, whatever, I got you. I got your back. I got your back. He's ready to knock out anybody. And it's like that type of loyalty. I'm like, dang, this dude don't even know us. And he ready to hold down. Yo, cats get choked out, throwing out the doors and stuff like that. And it's like that type of dedication, because of what we do, is love. You do try that in New York, Cali, or Atlanta. You know what I mean? They'd be like, yo, Priest got knocked out. I mean, you won't hear that, but you'll hear that you niggas jumped him or whatever. I ain't do that. But the love overseas is that they hold you down, you know what I'm saying, on all levels. So that type of feeling, man, it just love. When we go over there, I end up meeting Raz on a plane over that way in Russia.
Oh,
crazy!
How
crazy incident. Word.
I'm in
that was crazy.
Somewhere else. Like I was in like Germany or something, but I had to fly back on a court case. And so I had a layover in Russia, Moscow, of all places. I got a layover. I heard he was out with Jizza, but way somewhere else, a whole different country. And I get on the plane and I see this nigga just, I'm like, it was meant to be, bro. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. My nigga, we just fly back together in trade season and sit. I'll see my brother, bro. And that's what hip hop do. And I'm not, I love home, man. I love LA. I love fucking America, but we turning our back on our culture, and then we're gonna lose our culture again. I'm not saying like I don't like home. And this is the other thing. I'm just corrupt. I know you want to say something. But really quick, me and Exhibit, when we was 18, and we we're kids, niggas with dreams, and we thought we maybe would go gold or platinum. Kurupt already killing the game. Wu-Tang, Priest already killing the game, and we didn't. And I remember Exhibit called me and said, "We're going to Germany." I'm like, for what? Nigga, we didn't do nothing in America. He's like, how the fuck did we go gold Germany? Accidentally, a nigga sampled for paparazzi. A nigga had sampled a German opera, and it was a hit. And think about this. That's their second language. Most of the Europeans speak 2 or 3 languages.
Right.
That they care about the bars, and Germans didn't even know English first. They would print out your lyrics and study the bars.
Right. Bro. Right. They was Rap Genius before Rap Genius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And we speak English, and the nigga say you talking too complicated. What the fuck is that about?
Right. And I think before Kurupt jumped in, I just think that was the pressure of the eras that you all dominated and came up in and competed in. Because, you know, in my era was the early 2000s. So that was, you know, Bow Weezy and them, big salute to them. They did their thing last night. But if you was over 15, you was old. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? It was like, fam, you know what I mean? Like, you know, or, you know, you had to battle 9,000 people on 106 in Park. You know what I'm saying? To try to get on. So that was really it. But, you know, like just bringing it to Kurupt with the same question as far as being around the world, you know, what is the difference when you guys go overseas and do a show and versus, you know, what's going on at home?
You know, I'm a psychologist by nature. The psychology for me, you know, it basically tells me things are always appreciated more away from where it was created. You know, it's kind of like what's one man's trash can is another man's treasure. So, you know, New York is just like America to overseas. That's what New York is to hip hop. Anybody that comes out hip hop back in our days, the one thing that we were really trying to do is get the respect from the East Coast, from New York, basically. When you are an MC from a different state, you know, but you spill these bars, so it's like you wouldn't know New York respect you, then that's what it is. Same thing with overseas, you know, that's why they all come to America, or they get their game from Americans musically. You know what I'm saying? They take it differently than we do. They actually genuinely love this shit from their heart and soul. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in America we have it, so it's like, but over there it's like, they go for it. You know what I'm saying? We did a show in Japan.
Right.
Niggas ain't understand a goddamn word we said, but they knew every lyric.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They go to Japan, don't even try and talk to them. Yeah, everybody, what's going on? Y'all having a good time? That shit ain't gonna work. Crickets. Only thing they know is put your hands in the air.
Right.
Say ho. They know that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love it out here, man. It's a waste of time, man. Just say arigato for being here. Thank you. And then just go to your raps, and then next thing they know all our lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what we're saying, but they know what we're saying.
No, I'm with you.
You go there, man. They got 6-4 Chevys. They walking around with bandanas on their head. They in khakis. You know what I'm saying? The East Coast part of Japan. They wearing the Timbs. You know, the Wu fans. They got everything the Wu wear. They wear. You know what I'm saying? They emulate us. They don't imitate us. They emulate us. There's a difference between fighting and appreciation, and wanting to be like somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they do the same thing. Yeah, we're the Mecca. America's the Mecca, like New York is the Mecca of hip hop. Nowadays, I think people don't care about that respect. You know, and it shows in their rhymes, in the songs that they make. And that's not a negative, actually, it's a positive.
Right.
Because like they said to Rass, your rhymes are too complicated. You know, the key is, you know, that's their opinion. Everybody has one like an asshole. And that's the way they feel. You know, a lot of artists used to get upset at that and say, hey, man, you don't like the music, don't buy the record. Shut the fuck up and don't get upset. That's their opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hip hop, that's what music is in general. Entertainment is. You make your music for the ones that appreciate your music. But first, you make it for yourself.
Right.
Originality, that's what that's about. This is what I do. And that's why we got to respect the new generation of hip hop, because that's what they're doing. They say, hey, that's yours, but this is me. This is what I get out of it. You guys basically brought it to the table, and this is my version of it.
Right.
And that's growth. Because, you know, there's so many genres of music for them to be into like that. But everything has hip hop in it. Country and Western has hip hop in it.
Right.
There's a lot of country and Western hip hop. Rock and roll has hip hop in it. At first, hip hop had rock and roll in it. Now, rock and roll has hip hop in it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with everything else. So, but we all know that, you know, the greatest of, and no disrespect, but the white community, the greatest artists of the white community has some nigga in them. You know, you got Chuck Berry. And you got Elvis. Elvis took a lot of the whoop wop out of Chuck Berry. Also, is it Chuck Berry, Rass?
Yeah, Chuck Berry.
Yeah, you're right.
Got his little wop wop from, and then like the Beach Boys,
dancing with the guitar, all that shit. That's so
right. And like the Beach Boys, you know, their #1 hit, "Surfing in the USA,"
Right.
Yeah,
came from Cadillac Records.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that earlier when I was putting my questions and everything together for y'all, and I was just about to say I watched the documentary, you know, and it was talking about how the groups of the '60s, the Beatles and all them groups, how they basically, you know, Muddy Waters and them cats was the originators, and how when y'all go overseas, they respect y'all because y'all definitely originated that real hip hop, that real authentic feel. Like you said, each one of y'all got your own style. So, you know, to bring it back to the album and stuff, you know, what do you plan to, you know, first of all, how we only gonna get one, man? Y'all gonna wait 20 years. You see what I'm saying? Big shout out to my man M80. He been, you know what I mean? He having migraines, man. He said, yo, it took me 20 years to get these jokers in the booth. Now we get the streets is on fire. We need another album, man. We need something. Give me a deluxe. What's going on, man? Let's bring that to Rass.
You know, I think Rass can best break that down. He makes the most sense out of it, you know, and the concept that Rass has with it, you know. I mean, that's everything, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this group. Because we all come up with a pivotal thing that matters in the concept of the group. You know, it ain't one person who just, this is it. No, we're a team. Right. Each one of us came up with an idea that helped. And that's why it sounds so great like that, because it's not.
My bad.
And the best thing about it, because actually it's the finale. Yeah, it's the finale record right here. And also, like Rass say, it's our final record. But Rass has the concept behind that. Break it down to him, Rass.
Yeah. So it took us 20 years. Our homies, you know, we inspired our brothers, you know, Crooked Eye and them, Slaughterhouse. They got 2 or 3 out. They showed it can be done. We created the blueprint, but they executed. And so for me and us, it took us 20 years. We psychologically had to close the door. But because you close the door, like you can't get to the second floor if you don't get on the first floor. Does that make sense? So this is just
right.
This was just us closing the door to open it. So this was the last ride, and then conceptually, fuck it, we might as well speak on it. The first, biblically, everything's biblical anyway. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Definitely.
So, this the
Which
last.
Means we have more coming. Oh,
hey, man, that's all we need to hear, man.
You think we're gonna throw this ricochet mustard gas bomb and not come back and drop some more napalm and finish the job? As long as hip hop is alive and as long as we can breathe, we're gonna continue, because the one thing that all of us can agree on, me, Rass, Cannabis, and Killah Priest, is we live this. This is not just a job. That's the key when you have a career. If you can get a career that you love, that's the blessing. And we have a career that we love. We're gonna rap. Nigga, I'll be in a wheelchair, nigga. I'm coming out like Teddy Pendergrass, nigga. I'm rocking in the wheelchair, nigga. I'm gonna have Priest wheel me out with the axe. Anybody come up to Caesar? You seen him in the video, nigga. Take that, beheaded. You're gone. Move. Yeah. So, you know, this is what we're gonna do to the day we die. Man, shit, as long as I got a voice and my brain is right, I could be on my deathbed. I'll be laying in that motherfucker, put the mic up. I'll put the studio in hospice, nigga. They gonna hear my last words till I can't speak no more. And then that album's gonna come out. My children gonna hear it. And I'm calling it The Last Will and Testament. I already got my final album when I'm dying. When I'm finna die, all right, Last Will and Testament. I'm gonna still be spilling bars from the deathbed, nigga.
That's hard.
Right. Famine.
Hey man, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. So let's talk about, you know, let's talk about the business. You feel what I'm saying? Because like this is Boss Talk, and with the platform, what we try to bring is that real, authentic, you know, advice and jewels and gems from people who have lived it. right? For entertainers that want to turn into entrepreneurs. So each one of y'all, have had success and been able to sustain a career, right? So with Kurupt, you got the Moon Rocks. I know you got that going on. You feel what I'm saying? Let's talk about that, and then we'll get to each one of the other brothers and let them talk about some other ventures they got going on.
Well, in this life, you have to wear many hats. Our success in hip hop really opens up doors for so many different places for us to do business and be successful in. So, you take what you have. And the one thing that I learned at Death Row from Suge and Snoop and Dr. Dre was, you're not an artist, you're a brand.
Right.
When you understand that, you're a walking billboard.
Mm-hmm.
You are the game. So there's so many different places you can go in this thing because you sell product. George Foreman said, "This is the best grill to get. Mine's George Foreman grill." When he first came out, everybody had a George Foreman motherfucking grill, nigga. You understand me? And that's real, So, that's what we do with walking billboards, which means even if we don't rap, we can still get paid for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you carry that as well. Because if you fall for anything, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. So, you just gotta that's the first thing to entrepreneurism is to understand about what is a brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you invent something, then you call it a name, what you invented. Now that's a brand. Now you can make money for the rest of your life under that umbrella of that brand and invent this product, invent another product. All of it comes under that brand. As soon as you throw your brand on it, then they already expect a certain amount of quality.
Right.
That's when you do a brand. Priest is a brand. Rass is a brand. Kenny is a brand. Musically, when you hear anything coming from these individuals, you already have a level of quality that's going to come with it.
Right.
You hear any one of us, bars is what it is. You
Right.
know that for some of us now, because my music that I make, as I changed throughout the years, went from bars to making songs and music and gangster shit, telling these gangster tales. I'm an MC, so I can go into any place I want to go with these words. I can dumb it down, or I can give you the full Gotti encyclopedia. You understand me? So it's my choice. So that's my level of the game, and I learned how to, profit off of that properly. Because when you work, you got to get paid. Like I tell all the homies all the time, and Rass and Priest and Cannabis, we get paid to have fun.
Right.
Like, we going to the club. I said, really? How much money they got?
Right.
Man, it's cracking. The bitches is there. How much money do they got? Because I get paid to go to the club, cuz I get paid to have fun. You want me to? I get paid. Now that's fun.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Walk to the club, boop, bam, and get paid. That's what I do, cuz when they come to my concerts, that's what we do. They come to have fun with us. So if I go to a club, I gotta have fun. You know what I'm saying? If I go to the store, I want to get paid. That's why I don't go to the store. Because I ain't gonna get paid.
Nah,
when I go to the store, I gotta sign autographs, I gotta take pictures.
Right.
I get paid to do that. I love the people. About me, you know what I'm saying? But that is what a businessman is. It's no disrespect to nobody, but when you become an artist, your life is a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
that's
how you gotta take it. That also is what keeps you safe, because you can't just go any place. So you gotta look at the value of yourself. It starts there. How you gonna expect anybody to respect you if you don't respect yourself? How you gonna have anybody respect your business if you don't respect your business? As far as being an entrepreneur, I still have more to learn. Jigga's an entrepreneur. Dr. Dre's an entrepreneur. Snoopy's an entrepreneur. Hugh Hef was an entrepreneur. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but I'm close.
Hey man, you definitely doing your thing. I mean, you definitely got your own brand and getting into the whole cannabis space and what's going on, man. I salute you. I know you got the what's up with the horsepower though. I heard you talk about it earlier. You feel what I'm saying? What y'all got going on with that? I need a case, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing these interviews, man, and I don't get to test the products, man.
We got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we putting packages together for, all our folks, you know what I'm saying, supporting us and stuff. This is going to be a piece of that package along with some of this great merch that Rass and West Coast Creation is bringing to the table, that the Hrsmn.com is bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? M80 and all of these different things that we have. We set up these packages for the people that supported this album. Send me these packages, these skateboards that Gifted Glitch brought to the table with the Hrsmn skateboards. You know what I'm saying?
I saw them. Yeah, them shits is hard, man.
The skater community is hip hop too. They love it.
Definitely.
We got a lot of good things for y'all. We just got started.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Right to begin the new one.
Let me tell you, man, that definitely the whole energy that y'all got going on right now, the momentum is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, just celebrate y'all. You know what I'm saying? For I know sometimes you look back, you like, damn, man, when I first started, shit, I ain't know, who knows? And especially in the era all three of y'all came up in, man, it's like, it was crazy. It wasn't easy. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll bring that to Killah. You know what I'm saying? What's some of the lessons you learned, like over the years where like, you saw things, you had ups and downs in different parts of the game where you had to learn how to really take control of your situation and boss up. You know what I mean? And some things that you might have, some of the other members of the Woo might have, bestowed on you to say, yo, man, this is how you need to move.
Patience. Never compromise yourself, but your integrity for no business. You know what I mean? I learned to take my time, you know what I'm saying, and hurry up at the same time.
Right. That's what's up. And the same thing with you, Rass. What you got going on? I know you got some things bubbling out there.
My main focus right now is this Last Ride album. I think we're in a position to be a factor commercially where even, this shit is cartoons. We a Netflix cartoon. We're toys. We're manga. So I really think this is the time that Carpe Diem sees the day. So really my focus right now is Hrsmn, horsepower, our beer, our skateboards, our merch, our brand.
Our glass.
About what he was saying, and so was Priest. And so we just want people to, to be exposed to this as best we can. Mercedes-Benz spends a third of their profits on marketing. So does McDonald's. So, we ain't got yet. We don't have McDonald's money or Mercedes-Benz money, but we got to invest in ourselves. We put our money and this shit'll pay us for the rest of our lives. This shit is fucking this shit G.I. Joe, bro. Not it's a game, but we can have toys. We can have Spider-Man. It's Marvel, bro. I see them.
Right. So, and that's what I was gonna get into, man. I mean, the game now, the access that you guys have, because you are people who have followings, right? And so now with social media, you have, been able to, the fans can reconnect with y'all and stuff. So speaking of that, I'm gonna respect y'all time before we get y'all out of here and everything. I know y'all got stuff to do, but what's up with the tour, man? When is y'all hitting the road? You feel me? When is y'all? When can the people come out and what I'm saying? And really, get their face scrunched up with the bars, you know what I'm saying? Because this, I ain't gonna front, that album, if you still had a radio back in the day, you just smash the radio back in the day, like my peoples from North used to do, you know what I mean? When something is just fire, bro. So what's up with the tour dates, man?
Kurupt Kurupt's getting the street named after him in his hometown in Philly.
That's what's up.
So congratulations to Kurupt, man. That's fucking amazing. Couldn't happen to a better person, incredible lyricist and a great guy. And he, we put his city on the map, put it on his back. I'm sure, as other great MCs did, but he deserves it, man. We're excited for him, and we're going to support him when he does that. So we'll be on the East Coast, and we're gonna make a run and make sure we go touch everybody. So we're gonna be in Philly, we're gonna be in New York, we're gonna be in Jersey, because all that shit about 2 hours away from each other anyway.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. So
we're gonna hit this road. We have a Hrsmn tour being put together right now as we speak to hit the West Coast, the East. Then we got a Canada tour coming up. You know, they showed us a lot of love out in Canada, you know. And we have a UK tour coming overseas. We're going to hit Australia and New Zealand as well over those parts. They give us a lot of love. Shouts out to Melbourne. You know, that's the East Coast part of Australia, of the Aussie. Sydney is LA. Everything else is in between. They shining too. You know what I'm saying? They give us all the love too. But we're going to be hitting all the places, you know, that we would normally hit with a successful project. You know, they all love us. They always give us the love. So we hitting America, we hitting overseas, and we're going to be rocking that out like rock stars. You dig what I'm saying? And then we're going to go back in and get ready to concentrate on solo projects, concentrate on Hrsmn again, and keep on giving the people this good music, you know what I'm saying, and represent for this culture of hip hop. So we can satisfy Rass because he thinks it's being lost. So we got to bring it back.
Definitely.
Famine.
Hey, yo, shout out to Kirk Sabalos too, because he putting stuff together.
Yeah. Right.
Kirk Sabalos. Yeah.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So before we let y'all go, man, I just got one last question for y'all, man. We'll start with Kurupt, then we'll go to Rass, and then we'll end with Killah Priest. What is your favorite line, either of yours or another rapper's? You know what I'm saying? But what's your favorite line of all time? Hip hop ball.
Oh, that's a good one. So many. Jeez. My favorite one. My favorite line of all time that really stuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's shit. I can't tell you. So many. I'm just saying though, man. You got Cool G Rap, you got the R, you got Chris, you got Biggie, you got Jigga, you got M. You know what I'm saying? Each one of them got something that just blew me away. I can't even say one is greater than the other. I have no favorite. Because throughout the years, I just keep getting mesmerized and fucking put into a zone throughout the years. They just keep getting better and better. You got Jada. Shit. It's too many.
Right. Now, that's what's up. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you definitely have been somebody who got the killer lines, man. You feel what I'm saying? You definitely did your thing. So, you know, we'll take it to Rass Kass. What's your favorite bar of all time?
I don't have an all-time bar, but can I split it up? So I as soon as you said it, I saw the ones. First rhyme that I thought was the perfect rhyme is New York State of Mind, Nas. Couldn't pick the rhyme apart. I used to fix niggas' rhymes. I was like, that's just crazy. My favorite West Coast line probably is Split. Soul Train done lost their soul. Just call it trains because the bitches look like hoes. Fucking Ice Cube.
Who's that?
The quintessential BG rap. Niggas I grew up with, homies I scrap with, some niggas I'm cool with, and crazy with it. But little did he know there's a crew of niggas waiting and they put him on the hood and they been anticipating. Right. That's just hard. Crazy BG rhyme. When you're just a young nigga from LA, you see it. It's visceral.
You have to shout out to Snoop.
Yeah.
That's the only rap in my life I didn't write.
Crazy.
That's niggas don't give a fuck.
Niggas don't give a fuck.
Dog wrote it.
On the album, it was on
that really was my blueprint to dumbing down from my lyrical shit. And Dog gave me a perfect example. Say this correctly. It's the way you say things that matter.
LA, you breathe every part of that song. Shouts out to Snoop Dogg. That shit hard as fuck. And he delivered like Drake delivered.
Razz's lyrical list. What? That's not easy to do.
No. Okay, all right, wait. I got just two more. Overseer. Okay, Kass one. And then my last one is I take 7 MCs, put them in the line, then take 7 more brothers if they can rhyme, and take 7 more before I go for mine. It's 21 MCs at them at the same time to go.
Definitely.
So many of them. It's like, oh my God. And Nas,
Nah,
Yeah.
Nas, yeah,
I'ma
Nas is
gross y'all
special.
with napalm, blowed up, no guts, leg, chest, face gone.
I'm with you. I'm with you, but look, but you a bad motherfucker too. You was like, because if Kurupt gave a fuck about a bitch, I'll always be broke. I never had no motherfucking endo to smoke.
Hey,
No.
look, hey, you know what's crazy? How does the nice Kurupt make it in the world of bars? That was so nice. That was just, you know what I'm saying? That's my number one. That's my number one line out of all my lyrical records, all this MC shit. The number one line is if Kurupt gave a fuck about a bitch.
Always be broke.
Yo, you
I
raised this,
love it.
bro.
I love it. It just goes to show you hip hop.
Sometimes it's that shit. It's
Right.
just, you got the nail on the head perfectly. Like, if Kurupt gave a fuck about a bitch, I always be broke. Hard. Nigga, that shit's brilliant.
The timeline too.
Nigga say the
Right.
East Coast
Like, wow. You know,
say less. Nigga.
yesterday I did 2 shows, so I'm rocking with Shane Moody, rest in peace, Paul Mooney. You know what I'm saying? Paul Mooney and Shane Mooney, his son. Him and the Supreme team out here, back in LA. They throw the biggest whoop-wops. So I rocked yesterday at his day party, and Chuck was in there, game. And as soon as I did Ain't No Fun, you know, the crowd, I didn't even have to say the words. You know what I'm saying? If Kurupt gave, just stop. And I bask in that, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's crazy. And thanks for that. I love that.
Hey man, yo, we definitely that and Doggy Dog World, man. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all shit too, you know, the whole dog food album, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, you know what it is. You can go weeks talking about them bars. But Killah, let's get to you. What's your favorite joints? I know you got some crazy bars on your list.
Man, I'm trying to go through it, man. I'm like, it's too many. I'm with Kurupt, man, because it's too many to think of, and I'm going through my head. Rass did a good thing of breaking it down, but it's just